Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Welcome back, everyone. I had to hold on to Dominic a little bit because this is a question that comes up a lot. Now, you mentioned that when you are sharpening a knife, there's different angles that you can put on there. More of a flatter angle is going to be a little sharper, but not as durable. More of an angle to it, you know, it's going to hold that edge a little bit longer, but maybe not be quite as sharp. You've killed a lot of big game in your life. When you're cleaning animals, big game in particular, waterfowl and birds are quite a bit different. I'm assuming that some of you are aware of that. But with big game, is there a time that you prefer to have that super sharp razor blade edge as opposed to, say, a knife blade where it might be a little bit less sharp but more durable? Is there a time that you would like switch from one style of knife to the other?
That's a great question. In general, I would say no. Just because I'm always going to try and sharpen to the same angle that I prefer, because I know that I can be consistent in cutting with that. I can sense when it's getting dull and I need to resharpen. Sure. Other people probably, you know, whether you sharpen at 20 degrees, which is a pretty middle of the road angle. You know, if you're caping an animal and you want it to last the whole cape, you know, elk, that especially when you get around the neck, it's really thick. That's a long time, yeah. Really long time. Yeah. You may go to a higher angle so that edge lasts longer. Whereas if you're in a work situation, you may be at a sharper angle so that it's super sharp for you, cut real fast, and you get on to the next task.
All right. So what I take it, it's just kind of a personal preference thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So I've cleaned a lot of deer in my time and helped clean other people's elk. I missed my first elk this year, so it's still really a sore spot. But yeah, I like super sharp, right? I mean, to skin an animal, you get that feel so that you don't go through the hide. You want super sharp. So it's a personal preference thing. Again, when you're talking about maintenance of knives, it's extremely important. Take care of them. These are collections, right? You put these together to use for a number of different reasons. But if you take care of your knives, and again, it doesn't even matter what kind they are, if you take care of them, they'll last you a lifetime. But if you can get one that's from an Oregon company that's literally in your backyard, that's the way to go. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about knives, talked about some of the newer stuff that's out here. Out of all the stuff that's on here, the coolest one, sorry, I mean, this is just cool, is that out the front knife. What was the name of that again?
The live wire double edge.
Live wire double edge, keep that in mind. And if I were you, I would add a work sharp to your knife collection or something similar so that you can always keep your blades nice and sharp, because it's extremely important. One, again, I already mentioned, it's a safety thing too. A dull knife is more dangerous than a razor sharp knife, period. End of discussion. Don't ask questions if you haven't experienced it yet. A sharp knife is safer than one that isn't. Okay, duck hunting. Sorry, I know I got a break. Give me a second here. Duck hunting overall this year for you, how's it been?
It started out pretty tough. Had to really work to find birds, but this last couple weeks have been great.
It has been. It's really been good. I expect things to be good. At least hold out through the end of our hunting season. Where do you spend all your time hunting? I'm kidding. Stop. I'm kidding. I didn't want to catch him off guard, but I was trying. It was nice to see you again, man.
You as well.
Thanks for coming in, and thanks for your support for Outdoor GPS as well, man. We really do appreciate it. I know that we can go a long ways, and there's a couple of knives that I really, really want. Anyway, we're going to come back from our break. We're going to have your deal of the week for you and a couple more things for you as well. Don't go anywhere.